Oh, all the best for them.
What about Manny and Barrios? Who do you think?
Oh, it's going to be a good fight. Always Manny Pacquiao bring all the best to make a good fight.
Have you ever wondered what unfolds when a young lion dares to challenge a battle-hardened titan? Do you believe that experience can still conquer youth when fists begin to fly?
With the mentality, you know, that I'm getting ready, you know, to fight an icon, to fight a legend. At the end of the day, he's just another man.
Conor Benn isn't mincing words when it comes to the highly anticipated showdown between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. With a piercing gaze, he evaluates both fighters, the iconic veteran and the ambitious rising star cutting through the promotional noise to spotlight the real danger lurking in the ring. As Ben shares his unfiltered assessment, expect sharp wit, unexpected insight, and a brutally honest perspective that doesn't play favorites.
Trying to fight for my title. He's going in there trying to, you know, take my title, and I got to do whatever it takes to make sure he does.
Conor Benn delivers a refreshingly candid verdict on the Pacquiao-Barrios fight, and even he finds himself surprised. This world title clash pits a living legend against a younger, fresher opponent in his prime. At 46, Pacquiao has already fought 72 times, claiming 60 victories with 39 by knockout. His last bout was a lopsided loss to Yordenis Ugas in 2021, but a failed bid for the 2020 for Paris Olympics reignited his desire to return. Now, the former multi-division world champion is stepping back into contest for the WBC welterweight title on July 19th. Speaking to ILV, fellow welterweight Ben admitted he sometimes regrets not chasing a world title himself. Still, he believes Barrios is in for a grueling night and that Pacquiao just might pull off the win. The WBC title was very real, Ben confessed. Part of me wishes I fought for it. But now you've got Barrios versus Pacquiao. I think it'll be a tough fight. For Barrios, I think Pacquiao could win, regardless of the outcome. Ben has his eyes set on challenging the winner next year, assuming he can get through his own test. In September, when he rematches longtime rival Chris Eubank Jr., once again fighting to weight classes above his natural division. Ben's tone balances reverence with stark realism. He acknowledges Pacquiao's legendary footwork, razor-sharp jab, and ability to summon incredible resolve under pressure. But he doesn't sugarcoat the reality of age. He envisions the legends. Reflexes slowing, his trademark shoulder rolls not quite as fluid, and his deadly left hand losing some of its sting after years of wars. Ben recalls moments when Pacquiao seemed sluggish against younger fighters, warning that Barrios will capitalize on any such lapses like a shark smelling blood. Still, Ben doesn't portray Barrios as an unstoppable juggernaut. He sees a confident, hungry fighter, energized by youth, but warns that desire alone doesn't beat elite timing or decades of experience. Ben suspects Barrios may underestimate Pacquiao's ring IQ, reminding everyone that many who tried to swarm him were instead stunned by blistering counters. Barrios better not blink, Ben quips. Pacquiao's counters are that sharp.
Over here.
Good. That was good. You know.
Throughout his breakdown, Ben adds splashes of playful sarcasm. He envisions Pacquiao entering the ring like a touring pop icon full of swagger and nostalgia, while Barrios coils with tension like a loaded spring. He mocks pundits who label the fight a mismatch, calling it lazy analysis that misses the deeper nuances. Ben insists that whenever youth and wisdom meet in the ring, fans should never look away. History is full of young hopefuls who learn painful lessons from crafty old masters.
Eddie, I feel like I need to go to you first. I just saw these two face off. What is going on here?
Oh, listen, we're talking. This is a fight I love. It's a legend of the sport.
Ben's predictions unfold like scenes from a movie. He imagines the opening bell, gloves cracking, sweat flying, and the momentum swinging with every second. Round after round, he sees Barrios coming out fast, Pacquiao surviving the onslaught, and then reversing the tide with that infamous left. He paints a vivid portrait of a crowd erupting as each man digs into his reserves. The tension builds to a fever pitch, the kind only a true world title fight can deliver.
Against one of the biggest young lions at 147 pounds, Sean Gibbons, our friend, Manny Pacquiao, it's an honor. If we could make this fight, we'd be very happy.
At its core, Ben sees this fight as a battle of legacies for Pacquiao. It's a final stand against time, a chance to rewrite the stories urging him to hang it up. For Barrios, it's either his entry into greatness or a harsh reminder that legends don't go quietly. Ben places himself in the middle, equal parts admirer and realist. He cherishes the spectacle, but cautions against romantic delusions. This won't be a wild brawl. He warns it'll be a calculated chess match, where experience slowly overwhelms raw ambition.
Saudi Arabia, Wembley Stadium, we'll see, but we're talking. And as I said, I love the matchup. This guy, I believe, is the future at 147 pounds. And this man is one of the...
As the narrative builds to a climax, Ben turns inward. He confesses a tinge of envy for Barrios, who's getting a shot at the title he once dreamed of. He vows to chase that same glory after settling his score with Chris Eubank Jr. in September, linking his own aspiration with Pacquiao's journey. Ben reminds us that boxing's greatest moments don't just crown champions, they inspire the next ones.
Legends in the sport of boxing.
Okay, so let me ask him a question. Manny, honored to be here with you. Is this a fight that you are interested in, you versus Conor Benn?
Yes.
The ring, Ben insists, never lies. Every fighter enters it with a story etched into their fist. He paints Pacquiao's camp like a sacred dojo, where each punch carries the weight of tradition. In contrast, Barrios trains in a high-tech gym, filled with flat screens and sponsored posters. Every jab crafted for highlight reels and viral clips. This divide fuels Ben's doubt. Can social media fame stand against discipline? Carved from decades of sacrifice, he argues. Don't forge steel.
He can give a good fight and we can entertain the fans. It's been a while that I didn't fight a young...
Shifting to strategy, Ben advises Barrios not to chase Pacquiao around like a puppy after a toy. Speed alone won't cut it. He needs a tactical approach, baiting Pacquiao into overextending, then punishing with precise counters. Ben dismisses predictions of a clean knockout. Pacquiao's unpredictable angles have baffled younger, stronger opponents. Ben expects a high-speed chess match, where tiny foot movements and feints dictate the outcome. This fight won't be one on bravado, it'll be one on brains.
So I'm excited for that.
How close is it to being done?
Well, I hope that we can get it done now before we...
Mental warfare, Ben argues, will play a critical role. He imagines Pacquiao quietly humming old fight chants, drawing strength from inner peace and faith. Meanwhile, Barrios paces the locker room like a storm, playing his highlight reel in his mind. Ben believes this psychological battle could shape round one. If Barrios gets rattled by Pacquiao's presence, he'll be halfway beaten already. But if he stands firm, the crowd might rally behind him, fuel that Pacquiao's experience can't easily match.
It's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously...
Training rituals tell the tale, Ben believes. He envisions Pacquiao jogging barefoot at dawn in the misty hills of Manila, building toughness through tradition. Barrios, meanwhile, trains under flashing lights in Los Angeles, each punch filmed and promoted. Ben doubts whether flashy equipment can replace the grit earned on silent morning runs. PR workouts don't build champions, he insists. Lonely miles do.
To create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and, try his best. That's what.
As fight week hits full throttle, media buzz takes over. Ben analyzes every frame, every smile, every pause. He notes the steely edge creeping beneath Pacquiao's trademark grin. He sees Barrios walk with chest puffed, exuding swagger, but warns that confidence can crack under a veteran's precision. He urges fans to ignore the noise and look for the small tells of flicker of doubt and nervous tick. Those, he says, speak louder than any press quote.
I think I always learned with Manny to give 110% and try your best no matter what. So, he's going to give it his all. Again, you can't brief up.
Weigh-in day brings peak anticipation. Ben envisions Pacquiao stepping on the scale with ritualistic poise, saluting his team before flashing his trademark smile. Then Barrios arrives decked in designer gear, headphones blasting, flexing for the crowd. Ben predicts the contrast will be striking, calm tradition versus restless energy. He warns that nerves, no matter how well hidden, can blur timing and freeze the fastest reflexes.
By the time it's hard, and it was very hard watching him fight Lucas, and you could see it. And then watching the exhibition he had with...
On fight night, Ben offers his tactical blueprint: early rounds to measure distance, middle rounds to probe weaknesses, and late rounds to unleash fury. He reminds viewers that true experience hides in the tiniest details, how a fighter adjusts his gloves, fakes with a glance, or twitches at the sound of a punch. Ben ridicules those who reduce boxing to punch stats. Rhythm, he insists, and body language write the real story.
The Korean guy or the Japanese guy in last year, it was hard to watch. I know Manny, I know the man that I was.
At the sound of the opening bell, Ben expects Pacquiao to probe with his iconic jab, gauging Barrios' reactions. Barrios, eager to prove himself, might counter sharply, perhaps too sharply. Ben warns that overzealousness is dangerous against a veteran who turns your smallest mistake into a trap. The pace may thrill the crowd, but Ben fears it'll also burn through Barrios' gas tank well before the championship rounds.
We can entertain the fans. It's been a while that I didn't fight a young fighter like him. So
As the fight progresses, Ben zeroes in on pace control. He envisions Pacquiao subtly stepping back, then unleashing lightning counters every time Barrios overcommits. He sees Barrios unleashing flurries, only to be punished by precise footwork and angles. Ben suggests Barrios would be wise to clinch at times, reset his mind, and slow the tempo. Giving too much space in the pocket invites disaster. He warns especially against old-school destruction.
Potentially see that fight down the line with you and you welcome a fight with Ryan Garcia?
He's a lot smaller than me. So it's like, yeah, the fights can be made, but after...
Midway through the fight, Ben imagines a dramatic moment, Barrios landing a clean right hand that jolts the arena. He suspects Pacquiao might stagger briefly, only to respond with a thunderous left that shifts momentum. Ben emphasizes how great fighters survive such moments with unshakable rituals, a whispered prayer, a breath of resolve. He cautions Barrios that overconfidence can be as dangerous as fear. In boxing, humility is often the first casualty.
Would you want to fight someone like... Ryan Garcia is a lot younger though, still, so I don't feel like Ryan Garcia would have any interest in fighting someone like me.